All right, guys, welcome to the monthly Team Inspire Curiosity Call. I hold one of these for our team every month, and just to have you happy, smiling faces on here makes me really happy. So I'm going to get into a screen share for some of you that are on via video. For those of you that are not on via video, I came up with a little kind of PowerPoint, little Google slide presentation. So, Angela, can you give me a thumbs up if you can see that? Okay, thank you. So a few things we're going to go over tonight. We're going to very briefly touch on my story, but I want you guys to know this is not about me tonight. It really is about Team Inspire and being a coach on Team Inspire, because we all collectively bring something different to the table. You're going to hear about who we are on Team Inspire and what we do. And I'm going to explain to you guys too, because you may have been invited by someone who's on another team. We all came from Team Aloha, and I'm going to explain that a little bit, but we have a lot of teams that have stemmed off. So you could have very well have been invited by someone else on another team. That doesn't mean we're not all still sisters. We're going to talk about what we do as coaches, how we earn income, rewards programs, the different levels of coaching, and how you can even make it official at the end of the call. One thing I want to tell you is with Zoom, we get a very limited amount of time. It's 40 minutes, and it will cut us off no matter where we're at. Zoom is very rude like that. So keep track of all the questions that you have or things that you want to address, and make sure you reach out to whoever invited you to this webinar afterwards or tomorrow and let them know what your questions are so we can make sure we answer everything for you. I'm hearing some background noise, so if you guys that called in, if you could mute your lines, that would be great. Let me see if I can mute everybody. I don't think I can.
Probably up from North Carolina or South Carolina or someplace like that.
Let's see.
So here's a guy that's buddy enough to bring him over here to get his weed, but he ain't buddy
Give me
enough.
1 second, guys. I'm going to see if I can mute everybody here. Okay, I'm going to mute all. There we go. Okay, I got everyone muted collectively. There we go. That's something I learned new tonight. See, we all learn something new every time we're on here. I'll unmute you guys at the end, and, well, we're not really going to do questions. So like I said, just keep track of your questions, and we're going to jump back into my little screen share here. So I want you guys to know very briefly what I meant. Team Aloha is where we all started from, and that was started in 2011 by my coach, Marissa Myers. I went to school with her and played softball with her growing up, so I've known her for a long time. She founded Team Aloha, and since then, we have hundreds and hundreds of people that are collectively on Team Aloha. So the way that I like to explain it to everybody is, she's kind of like the grandma of the family, and it all started as Team Aloha, but just like you do with your families, we all go off and we get married and we start our own families, and we, sometimes some of us take on other names. So that's kind of what it's like. Team Aloha now has multiple families coming off of our tree. So Team Inspire is just one of those families, but you could even have been invited by someone else from another team. So wherever you're coming from, welcome, and just know that that's where it started with Marissa Myers and Team Aloha. I joined as a customer in March of 2012 because of my own health need that I had. I was at the very top of my BMI. I was a full-time smoker, drinker, ate whatever I wanted, didn't take care of myself. I was working a really high stress management job and started to develop a bunch of stress-related digestive issues. So I really had a health need, and Marissa and I just talked at the right time, right place, and I decided to start with a challenge pack and a challenge group. And I fully expected to fail. I'm not going to lie. I was very unhealthy and didn't work out at all. So I will say that immediately I started feeling the effects of Shakeology because I was so unhealthy. And I started doing these workouts. I was so sore the first week. I couldn't move. But the one thing that was different was I had these awesome accountability groups and these women would just reach out to me and tell me I could do it, and they would lift me up and motivate and support me. And I would log in and see them pushing through all their excuses, so it really motivated me to do that. So I would say within the first 6 months, I realized I was changing my life and not just dieting. I wasn't just losing 30 pounds and gaining it back, which I had become really good at as well. So once I realized I was changing my life, then I signed up to be a discount coach, strictly to get a discount on the Shakeology. It was something now I was drinking every day, and why not get a discount on this product I was using? I had no intention of being a coach. And you're going to find, and you'll hear a lot of stories that many coaches start that very way. They join these groups, they really make an impact on their health, or Shakeology impacts them, and they know that they want to be on it. So a lot of people sign up just to get the discount. I didn't start working my business seriously until January of 2013, and I was in a really bad car accident. And I was left unable to work. I was a waitress at the time. I was forced out of leaving my management job because of all the digestive issues and health issues I was having. So I was waitressing at the time, just trying to save up enough money to move from Michigan to Seattle. So this car accident just left me unable to work. I couldn't work. I had this, it totaled my car. I had filed for bankruptcy in the winter of 2012. So here I am now in January of 2013, and my car is totaled. I'm unable to work, and I was used to going 100 miles an hour. So to not even be able to clean my house or drive or take care of myself was really hard. But again, I had the motivation of my groups. I had personal development, and I was like, you know what? I'm going all in with my business. This is what I have to do while I'm on my couch. And that's what I did. And I didn't look back. I brought it out to Seattle because you could take it anywhere. And I haven't looked back. And so that accident really was the best blessing pretty much of my life. I quickly knew that this was the opportunity I'd been looking for. I had wanted to go into business a long time, for like a really long time, for myself. I don't belong in a cubicle. I hated working for someone else's dreams. I didn't like the drama of corporate America. Like, I just didn't belong there. So I had wanted to go into business a long time for myself, but I didn't know doing what, and I didn't know, I mean, obviously I didn't have a bunch of money just sitting around waiting to be invested. So once I started to change my life and people started to ask me about it, I knew that this was the opportunity I've been looking for. I love helping others. I love traveling. I wanted to be my own boss, and this kind of combined all of those things for me. And it also allowed me to stay on track with my own health and fitness goals. So I've been working hard on my business ever since. And in January of this year, right after my live liver donation, Team Inspire was born. So that's, like I was saying, that's my family that's branched off Team Aloha. Okay, so now let's talk a little bit about Team Beachbody. A lot of you are here because you've been impacted by a challenge group, but some of you maybe are here because you are looking for a really awesome business opportunity. So whatever brought you here, let's talk a little bit about Beachbody. Chances are you can look around this screen and you notice whether or not you've ever been in a challenge group or not, you're going to recognize a lot of these different workout programs that are up here. Beachbody was founded in 1998 by John Congdon and Carl Deichler. For those of you that have been to a live event, Carl Deichler is amazing. He's our CEO in jeans and tennis shoes, and he's goofy and amazing and awesome. They started as, they still are, but started as a direct marketing company, and they wanted to come up with a different and effective solution for weight loss. That was their big goal. And they did that in a really big way when in 1998 they launched P90X, and that was huge. That program is still a massive, massive hit, and you can say P90X anywhere and people know what you're talking about. What they were finding was people were buying this P90X and it was gathering dust on their shelves. And that's not what their vision was. They really wanted to change the trend and end the trend of obesity. They really wanted to affect people and change health for the better. So it was in the early 2000s when the network of coaches was created, and that's where Team Beachbody came from. So a lot of the infomercials you'll see will be labeled Beachbody. That was the original company, and Team Beachbody was founded when they realized that on these message boards, people were helping each other get through these programs, and they were motivating each other, and they realized that that was the missing link. And to me, that's the coolest thing that we provide, our coaching services, which are completely free. The groups are completely free. You're just pairing people with these awesome products that will help change their life. So the coaching network was found, and it's all about peer-to-peer support. Most of you are in, or if you haven't been, we do them all via Facebook group. But I also reach out to my customers via phone, via email, via text. Like, depending on what they need in their plan, they're getting the support that they need. Beachbody is the #1 distributor of the hottest at-home workout programs on the market. P90X, Insanity, 21 Day Fix, Body Beast. I can go on and on and on. You know, there is something here for everybody. And for those of you that come across customers, or for those of you yourself that can't do something like Insanity or P90X, there's the Ultimate Reset and the 3-day refresh to give your body an awesome cleansing experience for overall health and well-being. There's a program called Tai Chang for people that are recovering from surgery or have lost mobility, or maybe are elderly. There's Brazil butt for those of you that like to shake it and have that little salsa thing going on. You know, I mean, there really is something for everybody. It's not just about insanity. So that's what I really love about our programs. We really do offer any fitness option, or any age, or any fitness levels. You'll notice too with the programs, they all have a modifier. So no matter where you're at, they help you start with step 1, wherever you're at, which I love. Beachbody is an MLM, or network marketing. If you hear Carl Deichler talk about it, he likes to call it share marketing or something like that. He says just that's how he rolls. Which means you earn through direct and team sales. This is not a pyramid scheme, and I want to be very clear about that. And in fact, I even wrote down the definition so I could share it with you guys, so I can tell you exactly why this is not anything like that. So the very definition of a pyramid scheme is an unsustainable and often illegal business model that involves promising participants payment or services, primarily for enrolling other people into the scheme, rather than supplying any real investment or sale of products or services to the public. So we couldn't be any more opposite from that definition if we tried. We do not make money unless we are changing lives, period. In fact, if my products are not working, or if someone orders a product they don't like, or they're not connecting with it, I ask them to return it. I am all about helping people change their lives, and I'm not interested in people that want a quick fix, or people that aren't ready to invest in themselves. I'm not looking to sell people things that they don't want. So we only benefit from directly impacting people's health and well-being, or by helping them chase their dreams and reach some of their goals and inviting them into our family. So everybody be benefiting from what we're doing, believe me, and that's the biggest difference from pyramid. So I want to get into a little bit about what a coach is and what they may not be. I put may not because a coach may be some of these things, and I'll explain it a little bit when I get into it. A coach may not be a fitness expert. A coach may not be a personal trainer. And that's why I say may not, because we do attract a lot of personal trainers or fitness experts or yoga teachers into our line of work, because being able to offer them a meal plan, a full line of 100% natural supplements, and great accountability groups while they're outside of their classes or outside of their session, it kind of gives them a one-stop shopping model. So a coach may be a personal trainer or a fitness expert, but you certainly don't have to be. They may not be at their goal weight, and I want to stress this. Let's like kill this objection right off the bat. You do not have to be at your goal weight to be a coach. In fact, not being at your goal weight makes you really relatable. It really does. And you're not saying to people, come do this. You know, I'm an expert. You're saying, this is impacting my life. I know it can help you. Join me. Do this with me. Let's keep each other accountable. So you definitely don't have to be at your goal weight. I was nowhere near my goal weight when I started to become a coach, but I knew that I could motivate other people, and I knew that it would help keep me on track. You don't have to be a nutritionist. Everything I know about nutrition, I've just learned on my journey. I've been a little sponge. I read, I listen to podcasts, I watch videos, I learn from seminars, all kinds of things. So you definitely don't need any certifications of any sort. You don't have to know a ton of people. My Facebook was locked down like Fort Knox when I became a coach. I maybe had 50 friends, and I did not share on there. Everything was private. We'll definitely teach you how to connect with not only your warm market, but outside of that, how to branch out and really use social media. I mean, if you knew that all the time that you were spending on Facebook, that you could be making money by being on Facebook or Instagram or whatever you're doing, or posting up a blog post, like, come on, that's cooler than Farmville, y'all. You have to admit that. So you definitely don't have to know a ton of people. We will help you learn how to promote and advertise yourself. You don't have to have a business background. You don't have to be a super educated person. We have great training programs, and we're always talking about personal development we can do, expose ourselves to make ourselves better. You don't have to have a great deal of extra time. And in fact, a lot of very successful coaches have built successful coaching businesses on as little as an hour a day. So we can help you. I know that me personally, for the people that join Team Inspire, I connect with them and we talk about what your current schedule is. If you're working, what that looks like, what your outside obligations are, if you're in school, if you bowl one night a week. I mean, we really look at your schedule and we help you incorporate what your hours are going to be based on what you have in your current life. So it's important that it works for you. So don't think if you have a full-time job, I mean, one of the top coaches a few years ago, he had his very own orthodontist practice and he had 6 or 8 kids or something crazy and was married, and he was the #1 coach, okay? He built this business on his lunch hour. So you really can do it for as little or as much time as you want to invest. A coach is a normal person. Well, as normal can be. I know I'm not super normal all the time. I'm sure we all have our levels of normal, but a coach is not perfect. I keep it as real as possible on social media. A coach is interested in staying on track with their own health and fitness goals. I still use my groups to stay on track with my own health goals. A person who loves helping others, a person who wants to succeed on whatever that looks like for you, a person that's motivated and driven. When you are starting an at-home business, you don't have a boss tapping your shoulder like, hey, did you post on social media today? Did you watch that training video? You have to be driven. I mean, the people that want to reach their dreams or live the life of their dreams, or even learn how to make an income on any level, you have to do it. You have to do the work. You have to be teachable, open-minded. You have to be a person who drinks Shakeology, works out regularly, and shares their journey. In fact, one of our big habits we follow is being proof the product works. You can't be out there hyping up Shakeology and how awesome it is and how much energy it gives people and how much it helps them lose weight. And when they ask you what your favorite flavor is, you're like, oh, I don't drink it. You're not going to grow a business that way unless you are passionately involved with the product. If you're doing the workouts, if you're sharing your story about how awesome your accountability groups is, we'll teach you how to share all this, but that's all it is. A person who leads by example. We all lead by example as a coach. Someone who wants to invest in themselves. Personal development is one of the biggest things that we do as coaches, and it's what will propel you in life in general. And so that's another thing I love about coaching is we're all about being the best versions of us that we can be. So what do we actually do as coaches? What do you do, Coach Heather, at home all day? A lot of what I was just talking about, we share. We share our success. We share our success from our groups. If someone is fitting into a pair of their old jeans, who doesn't want to fit into an old pair of jeans? We're sharing motivation. We're inspiring others. We're being proof that the products work. I'm sharing what Shakeology has done for my life. I'm sharing really great ingredients from it. I'm sharing my workout pictures to motivate others to want to move that day. I might share with them a healthy recipe. We're always looking to add value into people's lives too. So I'm always offering free mind, body, and soul tips or recipes, or I'm always doing blog posts to help people. I mean, it just really is all about inspiring others to want to be better. That's what we do. And we do it just by sharing what we're doing and what we're seeing those from our groups accomplishing. It's really quite amazing stuff. So let's get into some money. I mean, yeah, we all do this to help others. That's my #1 motivator. However, I'm doing this to be my own boss too. My biggest why for doing this is freedom, financial freedom. I want to travel the country in an RV and go wherever I want to go. So that costs money. Freedom costs money. Maybe for you, it's spending time with your family or being a stay-at-home mom. That costs money, everybody. So let's talk about money a little bit. Beachbody, like I said, has the most amazing array of workout programs, but it's not just the workout programs. The number one thing that we have to offer is Shakeology. You guys, it's amazing. It is changing lives. And if you did some research on what is exactly in this and how it's different from other things out there, it's so amazing. And for replacing a meal and what you get for that, it's incredible. But we also have a full line of supplements and things for people that are weightlifting or things for people that need endurance. We have all kinds of workout gear, and we have all kinds of apparel, and there's just a full line of products. And anytime you sell a retail product, you earn a 25% commission off that retail product. And that's going to be true every month if you have a customer that's on auto ship for Shakeology, because let's be real, most people stay on it. You're going to earn a residual income off every customer that's getting that Shakeology every single month. And that is awesome. That's your immediate income now. I'm going to spend this money now. Short term, coaching is awesome kind of money. Where your long-term residual income comes from is your family growing. And I say your family because once you start earning a team cycle bonus, and I'm not going to get into exactly what that means tonight, but just know that once you start enrolling coaches and people that want to receive a discount on the product, that starts turning into volume, which turns into money. And that's your, I'm going to retire, let's have a good time, meet Heather in Jamaica money. So that is where you really start to see over time that your family is growing. And like I keep using the word family because you'll go into your back office and coaches in your family have added coaches, and I'll have people reach out to me like, I don't know who that is. And I'll say, isn't it great? You don't have to. But all you got to know is they're part of the family now, and you're going to be earning volume off them. Yay. I'll share this with you guys. My cycle bonus, we got paid today. My cycle bonus was almost $700. That's my team. That's not me. That's not me out. That's not my retail commission. That's my team growing. That's my family growing. And over time, that just starts to grow. Over time, just think about it. If you could take a month off and your business is still growing. I was able to go home and donate an organ, and my business was still growing. So that is the long-term money. Now, there's different ways that you can bonus and cycle and stuff like that too, but that cycle bonus you earn every week, you earn a cycle bonus. So again, that would be something that we'll talk about more one-on-one. You also start earning bonuses as you advance in rank. It's just like getting a promotion in work. So you get your highest cycle bonus volume when you're at Diamond, and Diamond is not hard to do. We can teach you guys how to do it. And then once you start getting your Star Diamond bonuses, which means that you have coaches that are going Diamond, coaches that are reaching a certain rank. Once you hit 2, you have 2 coaches that go Diamond, you get a bonus of all the 2-star diamonds in the entire Beachbody organization, and there's 500,000 of us. Same thing with the 4-star tier, same thing with 5, and it goes up and up and up. Ultimately, you can bonus up to $12,000 a week. That's what they cap out in one business center. Keep in mind too, you can open multiple business centers. So I just want you to be able to see the possibilities. We are rapidly approaching an over a $1 billion company. I'd be surprised if we don't hit that this year. So we are adding coaches unbelievably because the growth in this company is just amazing. And it's all centered around helping people like be the best that they can be and change their lives, which I just love it. I can't get enough of it, you guys, seriously. Let me go to the next slide here. So you can also, the one thing about Beachbody is they're so awesome with like awards and events and things like that. So we always have these team cup competitions every quarter or something. Beachbody does a really great job of, during the slower months, they have competitions and they plan their launches and they plan their releases. Beachbody spends millions of dollars in advertising. Chances are, if you've been up late night, you've seen a Beachbody infomercial. I'm sure every one of you has. So they spend a ton of money in advertising, so you don't even have to do it. And so they're always really thinking about our launches during the slower times, and they really plan things really awesome. So we're always winning prizes and cool stuff just by helping people. Every year, Beachbody has a Success Club trip, which is just a celebration. Just by helping a few people per month change their health or get involved with the business opportunity, you can go on this trip for free. I know a couple years ago, I went on an all expenses paid cruise to the Caribbean. I took my partner at the time for free. The only thing we paid for was our flight. And because I hit Success Club, which all you need to know is that is a rank you hit in your business, and it's doable to hit it every month if you want to. I hit it every month that year, so I also got $500 in spending money. Bam, I'll take it. You know what I mean? Like they're always really rewarding us. So that's a trip that you can sign up to go on every year. Even if you don't get the whole thing for free, you're still going on a really cheap vacation for you and a friend, or you and a partner, husband, whatever. Coach Summit in Nashville. Well, it's been in Nashville last year, and it's going to be in Nashville this next year. This is a light your soul on fire kind of event. My coaches are probably sick to death of hearing me talk about Coach Summit. It is the biggest, it's our one annual event per year where you get training from the top coaches. It's motivational. They bring in the top motivational speakers in the world. You're at these ceremonies that they just roll out the red carpet. You see people like reaching these amazing awards. You're crying. People have lost hundreds of pounds. And most importantly, you're meeting with your team. You're hugging Coach Heather in person, which is pretty cool. But honestly, we get to these events and it's like a family reunion because we do these Zoom calls and we're all connecting and we're all really lifting each other up and motivating each other. So it's just a surreal experience. And not even if you're looking at blowing up a business, it will make you a better an employee, a better daughter, a better wife, a better partner, a better friend. I mean, it's just an awesome event. And then they have different various things you can qualify for. You guys should see where what they do for the top 10 coaches. If you want to be really pampered, do that. This last year they went to France. I think this next year they're going to Bora Bora, but they pull out all the stops, okay? If you're part of Elite, they have different conferences throughout the year. So they're always doing something to reward and to motivate us and to inspire us. So why, I can't even see some of this. Why you should choose Team Inspire. I keep using the word family, you guys, but that's how we are. We've even been at Summit and we've had a couple teams come up to us like, you guys are really a family, and we've taken even a few people under our wing, like, well, you can be our honorary member. But another reason, there's a lot more reasons than that, but we all learn and grow together. We're all doing training together. We have mentoring from Kevin and Milan Jensen, who were the first two people that were asked to be associated with Beachbody. So Milan Jensen is the very first Beachbody coach, and Kevin Jensen, he worked corporate after a lot of arm twisting. But once, after a year, I think it was, after he saw how much money Milan was making, he came home and worked with her. Let me close this real quick. So we have her, my coach, Marissa Myers. She is an elite coach. She is, I think she's a 7-star diamond now. I'd have to check on that. She has multiple business centers open. She's replaced her full-time nurse and anesthetist income, so she is in the 6 figures. And I don't say that to throw around numbers like, oh, she's earning a lot of money. I say that because I want you guys to know that Team Inspire is a successful team, and we do have access to a lot of successful people on the team. Me too. I'm on the Seattle Market Council. I'm doing this full time. So, you have a good network you would be plugging into. In my mind, there's really 3 different levels of coaches. In my mind, there's a hobby coach, someone that maybe just wants to get a discount on their product. Well, really a discount coach first. They just want a discount on their product. They don't want to run the business at any level. You'll get a 25% discount. You'll pay $15.95 per month, but even with that discount, you save around $17 on your Shakeology. There's no minimum requirement. There's no monthly purchase necessary, just that you keep up on that $15.95 fee. A hobby coach to me is someone that maybe wants to help a few people and learn how to pay for their product, or maybe they have specific people in mind. And to me, if you do this as a hobby, what an amazing hobby. Like, a lot of people, knit or bowl, but you want to impact lives for a hobby. So if that is all you want to do, I think that's amazing. Let's just say you help your mom. I mean, that's a pretty amazing thing to do. And then I think there's an active coach, and I really feel, same thing. So for the hobby coach, same thing, $15.95 a month. You have to stay active on that fee. You'll get your discount, yada, yada, yada. An active coach, whether it's part-time or full-time, to me, it's kind of similar. You're going to have the $15.95 fee again. You're going to have a certain amount of volume that you have to hit, but if you're on your Shakeology, you're going to hit it. So we would go over that with you. I don't want to get into that. You're going to have your club membership once you recruit a couple people, which is like $2.99 a week or something like that. It's like 17 bucks a quarter, but it's cool because it gives you the on-demand features, which are really cool. But that's going to allow you to access free leads from the company. But to me, it's really, again, this is the same thing we break down with your schedule. It really does depend what you want to accomplish. This is not a one-size-fits-all kind of business. This is, maybe you have a job that you love, but you'd love to pay for a vacation a year. Or maybe you'd love to go part-time from your job eventually. Or maybe you have a few bills you'd like to pay for. Or maybe you want to totally wanderlust it out like me, and that is what your goals are. So you kind of just have to determine what your goals are. And based on what your goals are and based on how much time you want to invest, your coach is going to help you determine through your training, what you need to do to accomplish those goals. So I've had a lot of people that'll say, Heather, I would love to join Team Inspire, but my sister's cousin's friend just signed up and I really am going to go with them. So, okay, to your sister, cousin's friend, these are the questions you need to ask that person, because let's just say you were going to go open a restaurant and you needed to invest $50,000. I think you would ask a few questions out of a business partner or out of a team to make sure that your money was going to be invested. So treat this the same way. Ask that person if they are an active coach or a discount coach. They might just want to earn, a commission off you, but really they're not running a business. They're not running a training. They're not going to help you run a business. So make sure you ask them. Ask them what kind of upline support you would have access to. Who your upline diamond and star diamond coaches would be. You don't have to know what that means. Just know that it's successful people on that team. And you could even maybe, check out their social media pages a little bit and see if you jive with them. See if you connect with their style or their personality. Do you run, or would I have access to a Coach Basics training program? Do you offer or have access to any additional training? You want to make sure that you're going to have all the support and the training that you need. Do you have a weekly team call? You want to know if you're going to be joining a team with that great atmosphere, like Team Inspire. We're like a team of sisters, and we talk every week and we connect. What is your coaching style? Interview them a little bit. What's your vision? You guys don't have to have the same vision, but you kind of want to jive a little bit if you have the opportunity. Like, think about it like, I have the opportunity to pick my boss. You don't have that very often. So, you're in a good position starting a business. You can choose your boss. Ask them what their vision is. So you really can go about enrolling in coaching a few different ways. A lot of people sign up for the discount and all they have to do is say, okay, I'm ready to run my business. There's nothing additional needed. If you're already a discount coach, you just tell your upline coach, I'm ready to run my business. If you're a customer on this call, I'd highly recommend enrolling with the challenge pack, because that's going to be the last time you can order it as a customer, because coaches get the discount, so you can't get the challenge pack. And why the challenge pack is great is because they're going to waive that $39.95 enrollment fee. You're going to get the very cheapest deal you can get, and you're not going to pay $13 shipping. So it really is the more affordable option than if you were just to pay the $39.95. We have to be being proof the product works. So you have to have your program picked out in your Shakeology. Or if you were just to order your Shakeology and your program separate, you're going to end up paying more money by the time you add in the shipping, the fee, the $39.95 fee. So I would recommend enrolling with the challenge pack. But whatever you do, reach out to whoever invited you to this call, and they can tell you your specific situation of what would be best. So I'm going to leave this call with a call to action. And my call to action is dream big. I used to live in this little box, you guys, and I used to work for other people's dreams, and I used to think that's what this is all about. And I'm so blessed to have this have fallen into my lap and brought to me, because I am just living the life I never even thought I could. I am living in a place I didn't think I would ever be in. I'm living a life that I never thought I could live. I'm my own boss. I can work anywhere with a signal. My dream is to own an RV and travel around the country. Maybe your dreams are to spend more time with your family, or one of my big dreams, I don't know about you guys, but I got a lot of student debt. I got $30K sitting there. So one of my dreams is to pay off my student debt. I mean, I was looking at it and I'm scheduled to pay it off in 2030. And by the time I pay it off, I will have paid over $50,000. Like, what? I want to pay that off. Are you kidding me? So that's one of my dreams. Maybe your dreams are different, but whatever they are, you can accomplish them if you are willing to just invest a little bit in yourself. I mean, by becoming a coach, I was never exposed to personal development before. And I never knew unless your parents did that, you weren't exposed to it in school. But by just really jumping in and figuring out the areas I needed to better myself in, and by putting others first and helping, I mean, I pinch myself all the time. Like, I get to connect with people and I get to impact their lives. When people reach out to me and call me and say, because of you, I did this, or because of you, my health has changed. I'm off medications. I'm not ill anymore. I feel amazing. I feel empowered. Like, there's nothing like that. And all it does is bring positive blessings into my life. Like, people tell me all the time, you seem so zen. And I'm like, what do I have to be stressed out about? I invest in myself all day long. I, wake up and I do Reiki and I do personal development. I connect with awesome people and I change their lives, and I get a bunch of compliments for doing it. And it comes and goes as I please. Sometimes I'm working in my pajamas, and sometimes I'm at a really cute coffee house by the water. Like, what do I have to be stressed about? So my biggest thing is I want to help as many people as possible do this. I want to help as many people as possible reach their goals, whatever that is, because I feel so blessed to be in the situation that I'm in, and I feel so grateful. So my biggest advice to you is reach out to whoever invited you to this, and we'll get you whatever you need. If you have questions, we'll answer your questions. If you want to be a guest on the Team Inspire page to check out kind of how we operate and communicate on a daily basis, you're welcome. You're welcome to be a guest on one of our team calls. So we're going to run out of time. We have less than a minute. So I really want to thank you guys for taking your time out and hearing what we do on Team Inspire. We would love to have you. We have a great time. So make sure that you reach out to the person that invited you, ask your questions, and come join us. We have a lot of fun. So good night, guys. Thanks for getting on, okay? Bye.